My friends, hello and welcome at last to the 2020 Perfect Dark Year in Review SpeedLore bonus live stream special. Indeed, a two-part special. We had 39 Untied World Records this year, so it'll take quite a while. And we had many other cool things happen in the year 2020 as well. So tonight, we're going to look at the Untied set in the first half of 2020, January 1st to June 30th, and tomorrow we'll finish off the latter half of the year. We may have a handful of other runs sprinkled in, some non-Untied, some personal bests, maybe a compilation here or there, and other interesting good stuff like that, as always. But feel free to chime in chat if you have something to suggest, a run or something cool that I might have missed. Anything interesting that could be mentioned or shown. This is definitely more of a casual bonus SpeedLore, so there won't be any dedication runs tonight or tomorrow. We'll get back to those soon with the next GoldenEye episode, the premiere of Season 5 coming up, the grand finale season. But with all that being said, let's get into it. The epic, amazing Untied World Records set in Perfect Dark in 2020. What was the first Untied set in the year 2020 in Perfect Dark? Do you know what it is? Perhaps you can guess based on what's on the stream right now, and it is indeed a Villa special agent run by the one and only PerfectAce. So Villa, the record for a long time, from what I remember, was 115 on the stage, and then a strategy was discovered in early 2019, which allowed you to clip through a portion of the level and saved up to 4, 5, 6 seconds. So the record was 112 from that, only cut off 3 seconds. It ended up saving 5 or 6 seconds on Agent, but it only ended up saving 3 on Secret Agent, even though it should save the full time. It just hadn't been optimized yet. So Ace knew there was some time out there to save. He figured I'm gonna cut off a second or two. Let's do it up, as they say. Let's do it up. Yeah, it's to start this year. We can see 2 quick snipes there, really nice. To start this year, the records were 101 Agent, 112 Special Agent. So it would have been 5 seconds cut from Agent and only 3 from Special. So he's got to know that there's at least 2 seconds to cut on Special Agent. But the 115 from back in the day was really insane. So you might not cut. Ooh, look! Oh, that was a bit of a, bit of a hang up there. Not. I mean, I'm sure we'll see many perfect runs tonight, but I never noticed that. I mean, I'm watching these a lot for the first time tonight, so there's the clip. You clip into the basement, this saves, 4, 5, 6 seconds. So was this run in Project 2020, Dr. Light? I'm assuming it was. So there's some really, you have to eliminate all the guards in the basement. There's 3. They have to fully pass away. He's swapping weapons 3 times to reload. And yeah, you can see it's an amazingly played basement. Very hard to do quickly. 111. New Untied by PerfectAce. Very, very good. And we may see some more Villa runs tonight. Actually, you know what? We're going to watch his Villa Perfect Agent run. This one was definitely unhoarded in Project 2020, and it matched a long-time Clemens Untied. Clemens had 122, Untied for 3 years, 3.5 years. People thought it was unmatchable. A 2-second Untied at that. And this one was also revealed in Project 2020, which was a Horde that was revealed on February 1st, 2020. A lot of insane times in that Horde. I talked about them at some length in the GoldenEye review. And you can see on Perfect Agent Villa, you start on the main floor. and as the negotiator. On Agent and Special Agent, you start upstairs and you save the negotiator, but on Perfect Agent, you are the negotiator. You have to chuck that laptop gun. It will get rid of a bunch of the rooftop snipers, so it's important. You also have to like get rid of these hackers. Yeah, a lot of people really like that 122 by Clemens, and people thought it would stay untied for a long time. Ace knows here. That was so clever. Ace knew he was getting trolled by that guard, and so he paused so that he could turn on high res and warp him. And he also needed to turn on high res anyways to do the dishwasher clip. So Villa is a little bit of a geometrically broken level, and the dishwasher clip is a big deal on Perfect Agent. He needed that ammo. If he didn't get that ammo, run over. Really nice run. I would almost say that yeah, one of the hardest parts about Villa is eliminating all the guards in that back room, all those last handful of guards. 3 and then 6, is it? Yeah. He almost did it better on Perfect Agent than he did on his 111 Special Agent. So his 111 is a great time. There's still like... It might be a 2-second untied. 111? Yeah, it is. It totally is. So, yeah, good luck. Like, but like... It looks like he could get 110 on Special Agent if he really wanted to, so that's cool. Epic. Ace. Yeah, this is just the beginning. Ace is the reason why I had to split this up into 2 live streams. So, yeah. And there's an interesting comment. Almoni, amazing people that people are still hoarding nowadays. It is amazing, and there's another hoard project coming out in about a week and a half. So. I hope we're going to see some really insane times set there. It might be interesting to see. Okay, next Untied was our pal Joris Quevedo. Now I gotta imagine this was Joris's first Untied in Perfect Dark. It looks like the case. It might have been his only Untied in Perfect Dark. It is no longer Untied. Ace would match it, but it's cool. And let's take a look. Chicago Perfect Agent. The record was 26 for quite some time, actually. It was from 2016, and it was one of the more commonly tied records. 26 had maybe about a dozen times, but Joris saw a path to 25. Let's see what he did.
We suspect it's five operations just the front for Datadyne and whoever else is involved in this plot.
It's a punch. Up here. You have to get a suitcase out of this dumpster. It has a bomb spine. You have to chuck a tracer bug on that taxi. Let's see what he does here. Quick drop cam spy. Interesting. And what does that do exactly? Quick drop cam spy. How is it quicker? There's a lot of menuing in Perfect Dark that really affects your pace and so on. Yeah, just a very clean run. And he used some new technology on the bomb spy. That throw is hard to get to. Yes, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Usually when you activate the bomb spy, there's a huge leg spike, but I guess by activating it like twice like that, it like solves the leg issue. Yeah, it's like when you go from pausing to cam spy deployed, it's really laggy, so it's like you almost pause buffer out that leg spike. So that's kind of interesting. And he was able to get 25 like that. Very nice time by Joris Quevedo. I don't believe that was in Project 2. Yeah, we're after Project 2, 2020 now, so none of these other Perfect Dark times tonight are going to be hoarded, although there definitely were some ones from 2019 that ended up being hoarded, but it is what it is. We gotta, keep moving. We gotta get through lots of runs, so on to the next. We're here in February 2020. And of course, you know, what was February 2020 like? Kind of interesting time. Some people sensed things were happening in the world, but it wasn't like fully insane yet, you know? I think people were comfy. People were comfy chilling out, playing some video games, just playing games. Yeah, Clem had been going for 25 on Clem on Chicago is a long and winding story. He got 14 on Agent, iconic record, stood untied for like a long time. So he has a long history in Chicago. He went for 25 perfect Agent but couldn't quite nail it. But yeah, the next Untied that took place in Perfect Dark was another Ace. Extraction Perfect Agent. The world record on this level, this one was actually shocking and stunning. How do I set this up? It's like, you know what, let's watch the old record. The GREENOUNET 127. This was an Untied for about 3 years. GREENOUNET's 127. And keep in mind, this is still the second best time on this stage. 127. This is from 3 years ago, just for context. So you run through this night visioned basement. Then you go upstairs. You have to go onto 2 floors and eliminate Cassandra's bodyguards. And it takes an amount of time to do this. So he called the lift to be back up there when he gets back. And that'll take him up to the next floor. As you'll see.
Huh.
So the
music glitch.
So what he was able to do was go into the open lift, open that door from behind, and then go up the stairs. And even the strategy he used there saves like a good deal of time overtaking the lift upstairs, which is a big deal. And I was getting rid of the other Cassandra's bodyguards and carrying on the level. You have to get that rocket launcher. There's like 5 guards here with shotguns. They all do a lot of damage and pass you away. That was a nice headshot.
Bad bait. The door is not open.
Ooh, nice shot. Very nice shot.
Smart bait.
Going somewhere. Something I can do for you, old woman.
Yes,
Learn our sapient
just in time.
music. You don't know what
I don't know what is it. 127 or that would be sick.
One more chance. Give it back. And you could come and work for me.
Shit. If I had my phone I would have snapped
Got a few.
the hell out of it. Oh, low on 28, yeah.
We cannot proceed without it.
I know that.
So it's world record.
I also
Oh,
know
shit.
who to talk to. Mr. Carrington.
Oh shit! Yes! An extraction Untied by GREENOUNET in 2017. Wow. Let's keep. Thanks.
So he's obviously very happy about that Untied. It's a nice time. He beat a Clemens Untied. That's a big deal. So the key was basically, and this strategy had been in use for a long time, but he left the elevator, called it back up, so the guard would kind of like get confused, go to the elevator, and then he has to, let's see where it is here. Yeah, right around here, okay. And then you can basically, if you go in here, you can, that door is locked, okay? This door right here is locked. But you need to go up and to go upstairs. You could go up to go upstairs, or you could take the lift up. But you can go in the elevator and unlock it from behind, and then go up the stairs. So what if, 20 seconds ago when he first came up the lift, he opened the door and it was still open by the time he got back? He would have to have a way faster floor of eliminating these guards. Is it even doable? It was doable on Special Agent, but it was not doable on Perfect Agent, right? Yes. Yeah, you gotta take the other lift. Yes, you gotta take the other lift back up. That's right. The other side goes up and so on. Anyway, so that's 127 by Green. This year, Ace figured he's gonna go for the impossible. He's gonna try to open the door on his initial way up and try to eliminate those 4 Cassandra guards ahead of time. And make it back. And make it back to the lift. And make it back to the door, and we'll see what happens here. It's pretty cooked. It's pretty cooked. Just see how fast Ace is on this floor here. Doesn't even go the guard. Insane headshots. Presses B on the computer. Accessing elevator controls. Office elevator's been unlocked. And barely makes the warp. There we go. Wexy Lever, top 5 player. Tried for hours and barely got close. Makes that one as well. Makes that door cycle. That one's less difficult, but important equally. Now he's up here. Doesn't have a care in the world. Headshot. Headshot. Shotgun. He could pass away. Insane shotgun. Oh, he got super trolled by Cass there. And and the helicopter position. 122.91. However, it is still a 5-second untied. Green's record was untied for almost 3 years, and Ace drops a 5-second untied. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. So yeah, it was a strategy that was known to be out there because people did it on Special Agent, and I guess Boss also did on Perfect Agent on a slower that section was fast, but the rest of the run was slow. It was known to be out there, but only Ace dared to actually go there. And second place on this level, still Green's 127. So no one else in this year has gone there and done the deed yet. So yeah, keep that record in mind. Extraction PA 122 as we carry on through this year in review. Okay, what is next? Well, interestingly, another next time is one of his signature levels. I would say the PerfectAce signature level. He would have had this as an untied sweep even to begin 2020. Right? Yes. Pelagic 2, Perfect Agent. He has untied Perfect Agent 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we're talking 7 times before this run. I believe in the Project 2020 Unhoard, I'm talking about Ace's 153 on the stage, and I say, oh, it may never be beaten, it's insane. Then, of course, moments later, he unhoards 152. That was the world record going into this date, March 7th, 2020. I guess Ace simply loves Pelagic 2. And so, this is a long and complicated level. You have to get rid of all these guards, otherwise you're going to hit the alarm. So it's pretty difficult to, like, for sure get rid of them. Press B, operate the lift, and you have to backtrack. You have to go upstairs and, like, talk to some scientists. Get a key card. You have to go into that one room to get a scientist to, like, lure it out so he could grab his data disk. You go up here. You have to pause to skip the speech buffering. Or, it's called speech skipping. Save some time. If you have the guards to deactivate some objective. Just have a word with the scientist. Now here is there are 8 possible buttons. He actually had a bad button layout. You want 4 greens in a row. You have to press B at the green ones. And you could just not turn on your X-ray scanner and hope to get the right buttons. On Agent you do that, but on Perfect Agent that's asking too much for that, to get lucky buttons 1 minute into a good run. It's very hard to live as well. He's missing these punches. You've got to open that door to get Elvis into the mission, and now he just has to run to the end, which is easier said than done because there's a lot of guards everywhere. You need a bunch of open doors as well. He doesn't really get many. On Special Agent, he got a lot of open doors on his, like, one... We'll get into it in a minute, but yeah. On this one, he didn't have very many open doors, which is kind of crazy. I mean, considering that he untied this level the last 6 times in a row and got a 151. It's just PerfectAce being PerfectAce, I'm gonna take a look here. On this stage, the second place time is... It's 157. So, yeah. That pretty much sums it up. Second place time is 157, and Ace untied 156, 155, 154, 153, 152, and now 151. Okay. Again, I mean, that just shows you how far ahead of everyone else he is. We could linger on this Pelagic 2 Perfect Agent 151, but you know what? We might revisit it in a couple moments. The next Untied was a cool one. This was the first Untied by well-known Perfect Dark player. A former top 5 player, in fact. He's now ranked 6th after Zella came along and bopped him. And, Dr. Light is the sort of community K-pop stan. He loves his K-pop. I think Ice Cream Chillin' by Blackpink and Selena Gomez was one of his favorite songs of the year. I made that up completely. It's the only K-pop song I know offhand, so. But he wanted to get an Untied to solidify his name in the top 5 of Perfect Dark. And so he saw a path to do so on Skedar Ruins Agent. Skedar Ruins it's a level that I never really well understood. You have to do like a boss fight, right? It's kind of like Cradle and GoldenEye. But 105 had stood for 8 years. Boss got 105 in 2012, a long time ago. It was untied for almost 5 years. Carl, Ace, and then Dr. Light tied it, and then Dr. Light wanted lower. And yeah, I don't know if there's a trick or anything in this stage. Maybe Dr. Light can fill us in, but very nice run by Dr. Light on the Skedar Ruins stage. There's like 5 or 6 pillars. You need to put tracking bugs on 3 of them. The 3 that are the correct ones are random. It changes every run, so you need to like restart the level until you get the correct pillar set up. Then you can chuck these. See, you chuck. That's a really long toss there, so that was well done. Goes up the bridge and then across the bridge. That saves so much time over like the OG technique, the intended tech. Like that's really a sequence break right there. You otherwise have to go up and around and then push like a brick onto a, like almost like a Zelda puzzle of pushing a brick onto a square. These doors can like stop opening and halfway through, and then yeah, he gets to the Skedar boss. Probably gonna be a lot of pause buffering here, I imagine, and like reloading, all this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just kind of the full, the strategy's kind of come full 2020 era. Pause a lot and make sure your reloads are perfect. So, like, you see how he's reloading his Mauler? If he selects you can pull out the weapon faster by selecting it from the pause menu, but it's not that straightforward. You have to like wait for the right frame, and then yeah. So he's gonna go Mauler. He's gonna take out one spire. He's gonna stun the king. Okay, then he's over here. He's gonna do drop another spire on the Skedar's head, and then stun him again, and then one more spire shot. Yes, you have to wait for 104. Amazing. Nicely done, Dr. Light. I remember it being like you have to wait for like the first letter of the name of the weapon to come up. But yeah, I guess the ammo flash is the correct moment. If you watch it here, you can see. So the ammo switch, now he can click the Mauler, and it pulls out quicker than just pressing A. And these are stuff that's kind of become more and more optimized over time. So that's cool. Very nice by Dr. Light on his first Untied. It's always a very epic moment to get your first Untied. A big deal. You feel like kind of like an explorer. You feel like, oh, I've done something in this game that no one else has done. It's almost like being in ancient explorer of the world, the first person to reach the North Pole or the South Pole. No one else on Earth has seen the South Pole. No one else on Earth has seen Ruins 104. It's a very, what I imagine to be a similar feeling and not at all hyperbolic. So, and there you go. Dr. Light claims that 103 is probably possible, but quite hard. Okay, well, amidst all this grinding by Dr. Light, which paid off well for him, Ace was busy on, well, back on Pelagic 2, his favorite level. Now we're into, actually, interestingly, this 104 was on March 13th, 2020. That is generally seen as the day where everything just went south in 2020. That was the day, I believe, You know, the NBA was canceled, Rudy Gobert was involved, and everything. Tom Hanks, a lot of things happened that day. It was like one thing after another. And so that's kind of the iconic moment, like, oh, now no one has anything to do in the world but play Perfect Dark or speedrun or so on and so forth. So yeah, that was yeah, I mean, and on that day in history, Ruins 104. But this whole time, Ace is grinding away on Pelagic 2. If you were to ask Ace what his best world record was over the past like 5 years, he almost definitely would have said Pelagic 2 Special Agent 137. It was a 2-second untied. It might have been a 3-second untied when he got it. At least a 2-second untied, and a very, 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 very good time. Basically. His best time is what he would say. For one reason or another. Ace felt like he could go lower. Insane shots. Oh my god, dude.
What the hell? Someone stay back! This must be the second time.
So that door was open. That's a big deal. So you don't have to visit the scientists on this difficulty.
Pilot and the GPS. The ship will wander off station.
You have to visit these ones at the top and do the speech skip, but not the ones he was getting the key cards or like data cards or whatever from.
Pull the plug on that. Now!
Please.
They'll be unable to conduct
So he got 4 green buttons in a row. That was decent.
operations without any power.
They were on the back of the machine, but oh, he did miss that door. He missed. You want to open the door, then press B at the machine. It's like a periscope or something like that. And he actually missed pressing in the door, which cost him like maybe half a second. That's like the one micro error in this run. But he's gonna get so many open doors probably that it won't. There's an open door. There's an open door. Each open door here saves time, right? There's an open door. Yeah, what's amazing is, I'm sure you could make an argument that this is the best world record in the game. And yet, Ace is still good enough where you can see a couple of errors in the best run in the game. If most people got this run, it would look perfect. That's interesting, Lexi Lever, yeah. $136 Pelagic 2 Special Agent. He says, apart from a missed door press in the reactor room, this run was insane. It took me about 30 runs before I was able to get an untied pace past the small staircase at the end of the blue corridor, since there's almost always guards blocking it. There were none in this run. Yeah, the end of the blue corridor is going to be... I kind of noticed that too. So he's saying, like, right around here, right here, right there. There's often tons of guards. And it just so happened on this run, and he had lots of, he claims he has about 30 136 pace runs to that point, with guards always blocking the way. And on that run, God appeared and parted the guards away. It's amazing. Yeah, 8 137s, numerous 138s, 139s, and again, keep in mind, 139 is the next best time on the stage. Only Clemens and Swiss have 139. So yeah, that's pretty insane. Pretty damn insane. Yeah, I guess you could save time if you... So, where you could YOLO things is not turn on your X-ray vision here. Again, this is done on Agent, no X-ray, X-rayless. And you just guess the 4 buttons. You hope they're like the front-facing 4. But again, to do something like that luck-based a minute into the run is unlikely. On Agent, it's like 15 seconds in, so that's why you go for it on Agent. Well, what would happen next? Believe it or not, we're back on Pelagic 2. Ace said, well, you know what? Let's have another look at Perfect Agent. Inexplicably, unbelievably. You guys know the story. 151 is a 6-second Untied. If he had a few more open doors on the 151, maybe he could have saved a little bit. But it is still a 6-second Untied. So he dips in here, lures the scientists out, gets the research data discs and research data disc. That's like well timed, you know, well performed.
Without the autopilot and the GPS, the ship will wander off station.
Comes up here and pauses. Gets the speech skip.
Pull the plug on that. Now!
That guard almost got in the way. He kind of jumped over him. That guard almost trolled him as well. Let's see his buttons here.
They'll be unable
So he's gonna...
to conduct operations
So
without any power.
he deduced that there were 3 buttons on the back of the reactor. Only one of them would have been red, 2 would have been green. If you hit a red button in between your green presses, it'll usually require you to restart the sequence. But if you do it fast enough, you can go like green, 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 red, green. If that last red one is like fast enough, the game will ignore it and process the level, the objective as complete. And we can see he's had a couple of open doors here. See the staircase? Clear, that door's open, that's a big key. And here we go. Ace goes and delivers what would be a 8-second Untied World Record. 149. Pelagic 2. Perfect Agent. Wow. Insane. And so at this point he would have an Untied sweep on the stage. I mean, he already did have an Untied sweep on the stage. But now he would, you know, really have a really insane Untied sweep on the stage. You know, 1 second Untied Agent, 3 seconds on Special, and 8 on Perfect Agent. And what's insane about Perfect Agent is like, okay. Like, as we can see here, Clem has 157, it's the second best time. He got this in 2009. So, like, think about that for a second, right? If not for Ace and Clem, like, Swiss's 157 would be like, this insane Untied, right? It really makes you realize, like, how far only 1 or 2 guys can push a game, you know? They can push it quite far. Like, if Clem played this stage, he could beat 157 today. He got his 157 11 years ago. And it's still second. Like, what does that show you about Clem and Ace? You know, it shows you how good they are. But again, speaking about how good Ace is, the same day of his 149 Perfect Agent, the same day, He would play War Agent, where the world record on War Agent had stood for 5,846 days, 16 years, it was a level that seemed maybe maxed because it's a super short level. And Ace would get 24 seconds. Untied World Record, casually beating the most commonly tied record in all of Perfect Dark, and the oldest record in the history of either GoldenEye or Perfect Dark. He did this the same day as his Pelagic 2 Perfect Agent. All he did, like, it sounds simple, it's not. He squeezed in more boosts than, like, you usually would. But, like, sometimes when you do that, it's, like, very counterintuitive. Like, you'll lose time because you'll be boosted, like, past the tighter turn. So to actually, like, usually, you know, we've been playing this level for 20 years. We've figured out the best places to boost and turn. And Ace was somehow able to manage to squeeze in more boosts into that time frame. Yeah, very much different, and, yeah, there he gets his Mauler, switches to it, and, like, I mean, the shot he hits in the last king there, it's, like, literally the first frame possible, like, yeah, that's pretty good. Ace is a god gamer. What else is there to say? Wow. Apparently not much else. Well, we are still, you know, barely chipping into the dent Ace made in the game of Perfect Dark this year. We've shown, what, like 6 or 7 Untieds? And he got like 29. We're at 6. Jeez. I only have one Untied left to show that's not Ace tonight. Every other Untied after this next run is Ace. So that's interesting. The next Untied is this gentleman by the name of BK. BK used to go by the name Bad Carl because his name was Carl, but he was not the well-known Carl with a career full of world records and so on. However, what is interesting about this time is that Carl, KJ, had the Untied on Extraction Perfect Agent. He had a 138. This is on Infiltration Perfect Agent. He had a 138. This is a level where the Japanese version actually makes a big difference because the level is very hard to survive, and the Japanese version has a body armor shield on your path, on the fastest path of the route. So you don't want the Japanese version. Not everyone has the Japanese version, so that's a big deal. And yeah, so BK would go by Bad Carl because he knew he wasn't the best Carl in the community. However, most people say now that his name should be more like Beautiful Carl or something, you know, more endearing. He just changed to BK, which is fine, but, you know, he's a good dude, and he's a well-liked dude. Like Pogo Pope says, most down-to-earth, nicest guy on the planet, and he is. You can even hear it in his voice when he talks in this video. He was able to get, look, a lot of people's like first Perfect Dark record would be War Agent 25, Defection 5. And some guys would just collect those records and not do much else in terms of world records, but like BK wanted to go for the 138 on Infiltration Perfect Agent. And he would. He grinded really, really hard. He got 139. Then he finally tied 138. And at this point, Ace is like, I bet I could get 138, 137. So at this point, Ace is now also playing the stage. So now BK is in a race against Ace, as Cal mentioned, to untie. Of course, Ace has been doing other stuff as well, but still, BK had to race Ace for this record. And on March 25th, he would pull off the run.
This is your entry point, a deserted helipad on the edge of the base. The lift down to the hangars and the rendezvous point is beyond that wall. Watch out for these guards. Here's the communications antenna. Attach a comms rider bug so we can talk to you when you're in...
Nice punch. Nice shot. So let's see what he does here. Throws a grenade, which is going to destroy a hover bike. That's an objective, to destroy those hover bikes. You have to crouch twice and uncrouch and throw the bug. The text prompt says, "Oh, Joanna, you can't throw a bug that high."
Yeah.
But you can. Gets a rocket launcher. There's the shield. I think the grenade throws and the hover bikes are like the thing that was save time.
Don't block me.
You get a key card from that guy. He's nervous. There are lasers here. You need to throw the grenade to blow up the lasers. Oh, really nice. You need to hit this insane shot.
Holy fuck.
That's a very hard shot to hit. That rocket launcher shot in the helicopter. That's an objective.
Alright. This is a run.
Now he basically just has to run to the end, but there is an elevator in the way which might not be on the right cycle.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He's in the lift. It's closed
This
behind
could be
him.
it. Holy shit. I'm gonna pause the music.
Trigger finger, Agent Don.
Oh my god.
Closing in on my position.
Affirmative.
We've got a contact.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I got it! I got an Untied World Record, holy f***.
He's typing a storm.
Holy f***. Holy f***. Holy f***. Dude, oh my god. I have an Untied record. Holy shit, dude. It was like a .3. It was a 137.3. Holy shit. Holy f... Oh my god. Dude. Holy f... Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. I'm freaking out. Holy shit. That was a 30-minute session. Oh my god. Dude. Dude. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay.
I mean, that's asking a lot to play 1 minute 37 seconds. It's a long time to play perfectly and not lose time, right? It's like it's not an easy feat, man. Speedrunning is hard. It really is. And he was very happy at this time and beat Ace to the 137. He was happy when he got 138, and he was happy when he got 137. And hey, we're happy for him as well. Now, of course, Ace was playing this stage. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, like when you get an Untied, you just feel like no one else has done what you've done. You know, there's been 20 years of people playing the game before you, and yet you've somehow managed to topple them all, even if on one stage, 1 second, one level. Still, you've toppled them all, and that's amazing. And it was a 137.30, so it was very low. Almost could have been 136. Is this door ever open on Perfect Agent? I feel like the answer is no, but like it almost, if it was, he would have got 136, you know?
Oh my god, I got it.
So it could have been close. Oh, it's always closed on Japanese. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So, and that, you basically need Japanese to survive. Again, you can see he gets the shield. You can see he's already like almost out of health, right? He's like half health. And then he's going to get the shield over here. So, like, you need the Japanese version, so you lose a second at the end. But you gain way more time from the shield and being able to do more risky strategies. Let's see, yeah. Okay, anyways. Long story short, Ace would tie this next day. Yeah, his 137 is on English, which is insane. Like, it kind of shows you how nuts Ace is that he can get it on, without the shield. I think that was, everyone knew that the it was becoming one of the longest standing on tides in the game. So, everyone knew people were gunning for 138. And everyone knew Ace could probably cake it if he had the Japanese version, which he did not have at the time. If Ace had the Japanese version working, BK probably would not have got the Untied. It's a reality, right? But doesn't matter what the circumstances are. But Ace still, I guess, felt confident enough that he could get 137 even without the Japanese version of the extra shield. I wonder how little health he has at the end here. Let's see. 1-2 throw. Amazing. Oh, so see, he's shooting out guards. BK, I don't think was doing that. Yeah, again, so BK, unfortunately, was not able to bathe in his record for a long time. But he was still happy. Insane. Insane. Yeah, it is a really hard level to casually complete. Like, I remember playing through Perfect Dark and I was like barely able to beat this level. Because it's a level where you can't take your time on. There's no safe strategies. Because there's always guards and helicopters and stuff coming after you. Yeah, the shield helps a lot. Okay, now we have like 10 more Ace runs to show for this half of the lore. I don't know if that lift closed before he pressed B on it or whatever, but yeah. Like the ideal is like you run in as the lift is closing behind you and barely squeak through the crack. That's the ideal timing. Wow, 137.15, he almost untied it. Okay, PerfectAce is an insane person. And you can see here, this is Infiltration, Perfect Agent. You can see Carl had the record for almost 4 years untied. BK 138, Ace 138, BK 137, Ace 137, all in a matter of 2 or 3 days. So that's pretty epic stuff. That's the story of Infill PA this year. I wonder who's like 4th on the level. Let's take a look here. 4th place belongs to Boss and Randy at 140. Huh. That's crazy. Randy's really coming along. Long way. Maybe we'll get into that later. Okay, so let's take a look here. The next time I'm going to show is... Oh god, we're getting into the G5 stages. Okay, there's going to be a lot going on here. A lot of stuff that even perhaps I don't fully understand. But we're going to give it a look. G5 Special Agent 38 was set in 2016 by Clemens. It's probably the most like technically demanding level in the game. You gotta shoot out guards who are cloaked, press B at those buttons, like do the correct jumping along this like wire path upstairs without falling off. Drop the cam spy. Open this door. He moves the cam spy forward an inch as the door is opening. Move it forward here. You teleport to the top of the stairs. He moves it forward every moment that he's waiting in front of a door. And then throws that decoder on, finishes driving the cam spy in.
The decoder's gonna take a little longer.
We've recovered the sapient from Carrington and altered its programming. It no longer has a personality, so there will be no further incidents.
Wow, it could be JD, it could be.
My team will have to take it to the core themselves. This will endanger them. You should have anticipated the sapient might develop a troublesome...
Then you have a 1-minute cutscene here, which I'm going to skip because it's repetitive.
Interference. If Carrington has pieced together enough of
The safe unlocks after 1 minute. It takes like 10 seconds to open as well. Grab the backup disc.
Time to leave.
Run out.
Get to the door. Set up the
37.46. Okay. Well then.
Agent Dark reporting in. Prepare to receive a download of the meeting data. Priority request from Institute support team to protect the president before he goes to Alaska.
No time for that now.
Ace says it's probably the best Perfect Dark run he's ever done. That's what it says on the rankings page. That's saying a lot. I mean, how many insane runs did we just see Ace pull off? And yet, that is what he claims his best run ever was. You know, that kind of... That says it all, does it not? Jeez Louise, man. That is pretty nuts. Okay, Ace would then go on to play Perfect Agent. He had the Untied 48 already. This is 2 days later. The difference here is you gotta go into the basement and like press B at like an extra console or something. And the guards are harder to pass away. I know, right? Isn't that insane, Lexi Lever? So he's gotta press B on those. He's gotta go down this stairway. Press B on this computer. There we go, it's objective 1 on Perfect Agent at least. B. Yeah, that 49 he casually completed there is, I mean, it's probably like a top 2 time on the stage. Yeah, only Swiss and Clemens have 49, so there you go. And he's just casually duping 49. Yeah, I think the key on this is just like pushing forward the cam spy at every imaginable moment. And you have to push it forward. If you don't want to push it forward too far, otherwise you're going to initiate the cutscene before you get to this moment. So it's like really quite a symphony of precise cam spy movements
Recovered the sapient from Carrington
and places to
altered its
pause.
programming. It no longer has a personality, so there will be no further incidents.
So there we go.
Let's get to the door. Set up a...
Gets out 47.6. Jeez. I mean, what do I say?
Agent Dark reporting in. Prepare to receive 51.
See what he says about his time here. Cooked it. He just says cooked it. At this point, would Ace not have an untied sweep because... Yes, because 34 was the agent record, and 34 is still pretty good. 34 might not be beatable at this point in time. So again, these records were achieved on April 2nd, April 4th. A week later, Ace turns to Deep Sea Special Agent. And gets another untied. You have to shoot a bunch of these guards so that they don't harass Elvis. The record here was 255. Carl had it in 2016. Lake Demon tied it earlier in the year, so shoutouts to Lake Demon for tying it in 2020. And then Ace was like, okay, I'm going to tie it and go for lower. As Ace tends to do. Oh, Ace got 255 unrecorded. That is interesting. That is quite... Yeah, Ace had some proof issues this year. Or, like, I don't want to say proof issues, but issues with not being able to play certain versions or not having files save on his cartridges. Just some wacky stuff like that.
This will help us to get around the ship quicker.
Yeah, this song is pretty insane, Wexy Lever.
I've got a clear shot.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what's happening this level, like straight up. Like it's a level where, like I've never seen this running down this corridor. It is a level where PAL is advantaged because you can shoot the far sight further, and so you can complete objectives from further away than you could on NTSC. So it's always been a level where PAL players have thrived. Yeah, you do something different on each difficulty. I've probably never watched a Deep Sea Special Agent record. That's probably why. I mean, it sounds like a fun level to play, you know? I have PAL, I could try in that. I got a retro tink and stuff. Yeah. It used to be that you could get like 50 points with NTSC, but now enough people have played PAL. Yeah, that's a good point, Cal, right? In GoldenEye on Train and Jungle, you can still get a 90 pointer or even the world record with NTSC. But on this, the top 100 times all use PAL. Oh yeah, and he did his file pack wasn't working, so he would have to play up to Deep Sea every time he wanted to even grind the level. So every day he would turn on his game and beat all the levels up to Deep Sea. Yep. Insane stuff. 254. Okay, so again, this is all happening in the course of like a couple months. There was something else that had to happen. The 254 was April 10th. Now that he had a PAL cartridge, even though it wasn't working it to like beat the whole game every day to play all the levels, he decided, okay, now is finally the time to attack Ship Agent. If you're watching this video, I presume you have seen the videos about Attack Ship Agent and how Chuya's 206 was the longest standing Untied in the history of Perfect Dark and GoldenEye, and was Untied, well, at this point in history, over 3,200 days. Ace was like, well, it is time. It is time to go after it. Everyone kind of knew that Ace could do it. It was just a matter of him, like, putting his mind to it. But sometimes you just don't want to play it. Other people... I want to say it's surprising that no one else, like, stepped up to the plate and took it out. Like, Chuya's run, for example, of course, the brief reminder is that Chuya's run is a unviewable... It's captured like this, you can't see anything going on, and it has a J-pop song, 1 in a Million. Well, yeah, it's true. It's a good point, Shady. You're right, it's a good point. I calculated the odds of getting Chuya's ending to be 1 in 14,000. This wasn't really true necessarily, but it was, like, sort of true. Eventually, stuff got sussed out to figure out a faster ending method that made it maybe 1 in a couple hundred to get a really fast ending. I don't know. Maybe I just got to show the run and get with it. I want to show the director's cut. I'll have to mute it out for YouTube, but it's too insane. 1 in 136. Okay, so that's not too bad, but it was insane. Let's just watch the director's cut, enjoy, and then I'll explain the ending when we get there.
I'd say that was about a 9 out of 10 cooked.
Truly and utterly remarkable and stunning. Unbelievable. Nothing more to say. Yeah, the key to the whole ability to get 206 was at the ending. White Ted really went over it and discovered that, okay, so Elvis comes in at 146. Chuya's 206 is a 147 Elvis and a 19-second ending. Again, that's what I calculated the odds of being like 1 in 14,000. It's probably not actually. But if you stand a little bit further outside of the room, and the door, you see how the door almost closed, but not quite. The further out you stand in the room, the less likely it is for the Skedar to not spawn as fast. You need the left guy to uncloak, the right guy sends it to spawn, and then the right guy uncloaks as well. And by standing out of the room a little bit, you have a better chance of it all working out in your favor. And his game pack wasn't working, so alas, he didn't have the time saved in his cartridge. There you go. If you stand far into the room, the Scout on the right does not properly perform his decloak bite checks. There you go. That's the story. So thank you for oh, there you go. That's thank you for the technical analysis, Wexy Lever. Yeah, it's really, I recommend if you want to know more, go watch my video about it. I might just put that video in the end card of this lore episode because, yeah, it's a key part to understanding what's going on here. I take 33 minutes to explain it, so, yeah, I can't quite do that justice in tonight's episode. Okay, so I'm going to show now a Dark License to Kill run. This is max stats, so you're at full stats on enemy health, enemy damage, enemy accuracy. In GoldenEye, it takes 10 shots, 10 headshots to pass away a guard, and 1 for you. On Perfect Dark, it's a little bit different because headshots are like worth way more, but it's still extremely, extremely challenging. Pollywood played a lot of DLTK this year, and LTK got very, very good at the game. In that mode, and so I want to show at least one of his runs in that mode. This is Rescue DLTK 314. Let's just take a look and see what happens.
The problem you have is that there is no way to sneak into the research section. The only way in available to you is a weak section of wall like marked in the room beyond the stores. It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
My gun!
Cowards. Now, if I can convince someone to part with their unit. I don't have much time.
It's a spy! Imposter! The temperature's dropping. Must be close to the fire room.
Confirmed.
It's a spy!
The air's heavily recycled round here.
My gun! Hey, that's not Harry. It's an intruder.
Those were some insane nade shots to pass away the guards. Oh man.
Hurry, or you'll be too late.
Received.
So this is a world record by 30 seconds over second place. Pretty good.
Put your hands up and step away from the alien.
There you go.
Don't make me tell you again, Doctor. And turn that laser off.
Was a good meme. Put your hands up and step away from the alien. You know, me and the lads when we're raiding Area 51. That's exactly it. 50 headshots looks. Oh, 50 pass. Oh, what? I don't know what the stats mean, honestly. But it's 50 of something, which is nice. And yeah, 314. He's gonna show that all the stats were maxed out here in a second. Shot total 50. There, so all the stats are maxed out at 1,000. Ghost give ups. Bucket kicks, yeah. Wow. Insane run by Pollywood. Amazing stuff. Okay. So yeah, that was cool. I just wanted to break that up a little bit. I wanted to definitely show at least one Pollywood epic LTK, DLTK Untied in here, so that's cool. But now we're back to the main menu. You know, we got a lot more other runs to show as well, but now we're back on the main menu, getting through all these Ace Untieds, and believe me, there are more Ace Untieds. I will simply say that on the stage of G5 building, a new strategy was discovered. The result of this strategy being discovered was that it could save roughly 1 second on each level. Well, we know PerfectAce, he is the best G5 player. He would indeed go out and get a new Untied on all 3 difficulties of G5 getting an Untied sweep. This took him 1 week to do, from April 27th to May 2nd. The Untied sweep no longer stands, but it did for, well, 6 days. Let's watch the runs and see what happens. Oh look, Ace had 2159 agent time in PD with this run, so that's cool stuff. Okay, take a look. Right here. You shoot once to attract the guard's attention. At this point, he will usually run away to an alarm. The game is programmed for that to happen. However, if once he is in the process of running away to the alarm, you shoot again and injure him and lure him, that pulls him away. Like, the game is not programmed for him to, like, get shot twice like that. So it pulls him away from running to the alarm, and he goes, wait, I have to go after the enemy, Joanna. He runs and opens this door. Remember, that saves the process of having to eliminate the 4 guards in that room and getting the key card. Saves roughly 1 second, and it works on all 3 difficulties. And so if Ace plays as well as his insane 37 and 47, some of his best runs ever, as he wrote in his times page submission, if he can play that good again with this new strategy, he can get Untied on every level again. It really is Golden Vince. It really is one of the most overlooked time savers ever. I mean, it makes sense, though, why no one thought about it, because you have to shoot him twice, right? You shoot him once and he runs away. And so you think, okay, yeah, it's not going to work because I have to shoot him twice, right? It's not going to work. It doesn't occur to you that you could maybe shoot him twice. And that's why it was overlooked. Actually, this strategy only came along because another one was invented where you just have to kind of run to that spot on the wall, and like 1 in 100 times the door would just randomly open, a guard would come by. That was super inconsistent. And yes, okay, oh perfect. JD, right as if right on cue, JD linked me the strat, and I will show this run next. Yeah, so let's get the cutscene over with.
He will have called for reinforcements.
Yeah, no, that's a key too, right? You want to be in the right spot to get a really good ending, which might not happen every time, but it did on this run. 33 by Ace, so that's an Untied. I will show. This is JD Black, so this was the strategy that was invented around the same time, and because people were trying to refine this strategy, it's what got them looking into the other one. Yeah, you shoot that, and the guard, like, the guard doesn't realize you're there, and just runs and opens the door, type of thing. So that's the big deal. That's a cool technique. So yeah, it was only because of this being found that the other one was refined and developed. A couple days later, Ace with this super healthy 46 on Perfect Agent. Let's take a look. Again, just insane technical prowess here. Here we go, down the basement room. Bingo bango. Bingo bango. That's, I mean, that move over, like, from corner to corner on top of the wires is so insane. Yeah, of course, it's one of those things, like, the more it's... Yeah, the more you know about the game, the more you realize how insane Ace is. obviously. And even the new strat is not easy to like put yourself in the exact right spot where you shoot through the glass, lure the guard, and so on and so forth. He's in a good spot there.
We've recovered the sapient from Carrington and altered its programming. It no longer has a personality, so there will be no further incidents.
Perfect.
Enough of this. He will have called for reinforcements.
I think H just has games, you know?
Time to leave. Let's get to the door.
46-6. He almost got stuck there too, like... 46. G5, perfect age of 46. And then, yes, a couple days later, he would go and barely managed to eke out 36 on Speculation. Again, remember, his 37 was his best run ever, so he needs almost his best run ever plus this strategy. You have to wait for him to, like, start moving. There he's moving. Shoot in the back. Quickly recovers. Opens the door. Button, button. Button, button, stairs. Jump, jump. Jump. Crouch. Pause. A little over a whole second? Okay. I mean, still, he needs an incredibly amazing run, you know.
The safe's heavily encrypted. The decoder's gonna take a little longer.
We've recovered the sapient from Carrington and altered its programming. It no longer has a personality, so there will be no further incidents.
Jeez, this level. Grabs at 33-3. 36-8. We are maybe like halfway done the Ace Untieds this year. Roughly halfway. Yep. So that's Ace's Untied sweep on G5 stage. Clemens would go on to tie Agent 33 not long after. You know, let's take a look. Let's watch Clemens' 33, why not? Clem's good at the game as well, on the levels he plays. Oh, nice, we do have audio. I was wondering if we would have audio on his end. Let's see. Nice shot. Yeah, 6 days is all the Untied sweep will last. Ooh, that's an interesting, on Agent, you don't have to press the buttons, so that's how you can move right to there. Wow, I believe it. I remember seeing him be frustrated by it, yeah. I wonder who's watching stream. I love this backwards movement. It's kind of cool. Yeah, see, Clem is not in as good as a position. He's not as easily, in a direct line to access the safe contents. Makes me wonder if 32 is possible. Oh, I guess Clem probably wasn't streaming. He was probably just locally recording and watching a stream. 29.
I got it.
Yeah, thanks, Neil. No, this isn't live. I'm just playing it. I'm just playing it. Just so people can see it.
Did he call Neil? Oh, you were at his house? What exactly is the story? Sounds legit. $33 seconds on G5 Agent. Very, very nice time. It would also be tied by the Rixer, Ricky the Rixer, in October of 2020. So nice job, Ricky, as well. So very epic. Oh, I see. He streamed right after he got it. I see. I see. Cool. Yeah, there we go. So that's good stuff. But yeah, we have a few more ace runs to show. So Escape is a level where a lot of crazy stuff happened on this year. So here's Ace playing Escape. Escape might be my favorite level in Perfect Dark, honestly. What the hell? It's a really good level. There's a lot of parts to it. And one of the new strats is pushing Jonathan really, really, really far.
I'll contact you when you get there. Good luck.
So you drop off Elvis.
Good luck, Joe.
Come over here.
We need to meet up. They're getting suspicious out there. Use the basement to open one of the containment labs. Hurry.
The record was 313. You gotta get rid of these guards. It's tough. Yeah, it is heavily NPC based. There's like a lot of NPC management. There's a shot. There's a shot. There's a shot.
Joanna, over here.
There we go. Beautiful. You just, I mean, I guess in the past couple of years, like, pause buffering has become more prevalent in Perfect Dark, and so with pause buffering, you were more able to realize you could push John really, really far and save time doing so. So there we go, yep, like that. Bingo bango. Keep pushing John to the wall. I think he pushes him across the room. And then all the way down this corridor. Usually you would only do it down this corridor in the past. But now you do it all the way. Yes, that's what I was gonna say, Anubis. That's what I believed was the case. Breaks glass, you gotta come back and like grab a med pack from there later on. Blow those 4 guys away. Grab the... Oh, you have to unlock the containment doors and grab the med pack here, which would be a shield on the other difficulties, I believe, but... So it's much harder to survive on Perfect Agent. No, I know that pausing has become like a commonplace thing now in the game of Perfect Dark speedrunning. For better or worse, I mean, there's not much changing it, you know? It's gonna blow a hole in the wall. Like, if you do nothing here, John will blow a hole in the wall, but once he's ready to blow in a hole in the wall, then he steps back for takes like 5 seconds. But at that point, you can then blow a hole in the wall. And it's obviously faster. And there's something weird here about how you activate the med pack, and then you have to like eliminate a guard up here. There's like a chance it's a guard up here or a guard back where John is. You have to eliminate for this cutscene to come up, which is really like annoying and weird. There we go, nice, yeah, now we have 40 seconds of pushing Elvis and, doing stuff. Yeah, I believe it, and then the ending is really complicated too, yeah. Yeah, I can't even explain it, just is the way it is. Like, I bet you if we asked, like, Icy to explain the ending, it would take him, like, 8,000 words. Like, that's how bizarre it is. You have to be in a certain position for John to decide to take the hoverbike and not you, and... I would love to see hoverbike record. I wonder what the hoverbike record is. People should compete for this. There's two endings. Either you take the hoverbike and go around the entire level, basically, or you press these two buttons and John goes out in the hoverbike and you technically go out on the UFO. But there's a 312 by Ace. Another casual Untied. This was 1 day after his G5 building SA36. So there's Ace for you in a nutshell. Okay, here is another good record. Yeah, let's show this, yes, next. Okay, so that was insane. That was cool stuff. Rescue Perfect Agent is another troll level. The record was like 236, was it? 236? I think it was in Elu Untied 236. Ricky tied it first. You know what? Let's show let's show Ricky's run.
The problem you have is that there is no way to sneak into the research section.
Ricky's a good bloke, had a good year of Perfect Dark. He's starting to blow up on YouTube now. He has a banger video out right now about Spyro. So yeah, he's doing great. He has a really good capture quality video. So he's mentioning how this level is so complicated he can't even mention exactly how it works. Which is true. I think the record before like this technique was like in the 240s, and basically what you're going to have to do is similar to Aztec and GoldenEye. You are trying to lure a guard to open a door by like running around you in circles. So you disarm. The guy runs towards you and opens the door by accident. He didn't mean to.
Yeah, I'm muting voice.
So he's on a run, now he's muting his voice chat. He's probably in voice chat with the lads. They're probably cooking up a horde or something. That's an objective. If you didn't get him to open the door, you have to like use an upload device at a number of like computer terminals, and it's way slower. So that very tricky trick is the way to get this this level to work. Now he needs to find a uniform. It's in the last stall. So that could have been faster, but like that's life. He's got lab clothes on. So now he's in disguise.
Hey.
The temperature's dropping. We must be close to the cryo room.
There we go. Alien's gonna come up. He's gonna pause buffer the objective. You have to like stare at him for like 5 seconds. So you usually pause buffer this. Oh, he didn't pause buffer it. That's interesting. That was pretty, like, I like that, man. No excessive pause buffering.
Must be near the autopsy lab.
Yeah, I'll say. His heart rate's high. A lot can go wrong in this room with guards. Like 4 or 5 guards will come after you. They can clog up the door where you can get stuck.
Hey, that's not her. It's an intruder.
That key can be far away. Oh my god, he could easily have gotten hit there by a tranquilizer. Oh my god. Yeah, the key card can fly like millions of miles away. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes! 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 Nice! Holy sh! I just got Rescue PA 236. Yes! Yes! Yes, dude. Might not be the Untied, but I'll f***ing take it. It was .90 as well. Up top. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Woo! Oh my f***ing god. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh my god. Holy man. Oh my god.
Dude, it's a common thing to be afraid of playing Perfect or Double O Agent. Like, everyone who's a new player is usually pretty afraid of it. And then as you get more experienced, you usually stop being as afraid. Although there are some veterans who still fear Perfect and Double O Agent. It's very true. And it's scary to be on a really good run and then pass away. And you could see he almost passed away on this run. He was like literally a micro shot away from passing away. I'm happy I showed that run. I honestly never seen that run before. That's pretty cool. That's a good run. Like very nicely done by Ricky there. He was pumped. Elu's 236 using that strategy remained untied for like 4 years, and so it was a big deal to tie that time. Of course, I showed this run because I was about to show an ace run on the same level. So we can imagine that poor Ricky's tied record perhaps did not last the length of the full year.
Marked in the room beyond the stores. It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
Let's see what Ace can muster up.
There's someone here.
I think Ace has said something like a 224 is like theoretically possible. I think there's a new strategy we might get into in a minute. Yeah, I think that's the case. Yes. Okay. Dragon. Chucks the dragon. Let's see his technique here. Jeez Louise, baby. There we go. Open. Press B. There's a... That was interesting. He didn't only blow up the computer terminal, but also a guard. Oh man, that was an insane shot. Yeah, Ace's shots in there were nuts. So he gets an earlier uniform spot. So that might save a couple seconds over Ricky's run. But that was kind of a key. Yeah, the door to open, like you see a guard open that door, it can take like many seconds. I don't exactly know how it all works, Flicker. If you have any insight, I'm glad to pass it along. Because I remember guys being stuck there for like 20 seconds sometimes, you know?
The temperature's dropping. You must be close to the cryo room.
So you press B here. Oh, he missed his B press. You know, not a big, lost maybe 0.3. Okay, Ace is going to pause buffer the completion of this objective. There we go.
How are you? Hello.
Hiya.
The guards aren't shooting because you're wearing the disguise, but it wears off.
Yes, heavy.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Must be near the autopsy lab.
Yeah, so you just need a very lucky guard to come and open the shower area. Such a troll strat. Like, you're talking to the one guard as if you're still disguised, but you're clearly not still disguised. That was well played. Oh, he's tranked! Oh my god, he's tranked. Oh my god, he got tranked. How can he see anything?
Intruder alert! We've got a contact!
So Ace got a 233, a 3-second Untied. That is a very nice run by PerfectAce. Now, Rescue Special Agent is interesting as well, because the record there was sort of 213 by Boss. However, Clem had a 212 in video proof that did not meet the proof standards. Ilu had a 213 that did not meet the proof standards, and I believe Clemens also had a 211 claimed, untaped. So, like, Boss had an Untied, but, like, it was, like, on the rankings, but it was, like, a pseudo-Untied, because we had videos, 2 videos of As Fast or Faster. Kind of a weird anomaly, and a very interesting story, and even Clemens' 212 was the record for, like, 3 years off paper, unofficially. So, Flickerform was the first guy to come along and get a 213, tying Boss's record on the rankings in good video quality, and that was a big deal. And that kind of perhaps opened up the eyes of others that, like, hey, there's this new strategy out there. Maybe this does save a good deal of time. Maybe it's worth looking at. Well, maybe it didn't open up too many people's eyes, but of course, it opened up the eyes of
The problem you have is that there is no way to sneak into the research
PerfectAce.
section. The only way available to you is a weak section.
Wow, that is
of
epic,
marked
JD
room
Black.
beyond
That is
the
epic,
stores.
if true.
It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
So here we go. Now, on Special Agent, you don't have to get the lured guard to open that door and blow up the computer. You do have to get a you have to get the alien autopsy, and also so you go here first. Okay, so check this out. So Ace goes down here. He shoots a bunch of times. Okay. So do you remember on the other run how you have to talk to that guard? And he's like says, "Oh, you know, we've been waiting for you."
Intruder alert!
So what you do on this level is you go in there and shoot a bunch of times, and you hope that you can lure that guard out of that room with the key card. And I was watching like Ace or Clemens or someone stream this, and like it never happens. It's so uncommon. It's like a brutal strategy. But of course on this run we're gonna see it work. So right around here, he's lured the scientist out with the keycard, the MedLab 2 keycard. That will open like the final room. Yeah, Ace tried a lot of different things before he found something that like had any semblance of consistency working. There we go. Objective 1 completed. And now he runs to the end. Is it this door or the next door that the keycard opens? I think it's this door, right? Laboratory access successfully. And then you fire, you gotta get a keycard from that guard. He almost missed it. He missed the GL shot and strafes in the corner, and it is a 211. So it is technically a 2-second untied on the rankings, but maybe a tied Clemens's claim 211. It's a 1-second untied over Clemens's 211 that didn't meet proof standards. It's a bit of a mess, but doesn't matter because it is on paper an untied for PerfectAce. Very nicely done. He would get this on June 11th. Now, a mere 3 days later, Ace would try again, the same level. Let's see. Let's see what he could muster up here.
The problem you have is that there is no way to sneak into the research section. The only way in available to you is a weak section of wall like marked in the room beyond the stores. It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
Target sighted.
We got the fake out. We got the failed run tacked on to the beginning of the video. A classic moment.
There is no way to sneak into the research
That should almost be on the new SpeedLore
the only
bingo,
way
you know?
available to you is a weak section of wall like marked in the room beyond the stores. It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
Hey, you!
The problem you have is that there is no way to sneak into the research section. The only way in available to you is a weak section of wall like marked in the room beyond the stores. It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
Come on. Damn, intruder alert! My gun!
Wow, that's a really good run. Warps his way in there. Yeah, he so at this point he's like shooting to cause lag, which lets him warp in the crack of that lift. Oh, that was really good. Taking out those two guards, that was really nice. Yeah, so now he's really refined the strategy. Shoot once, then back up and shoot a bunch more, then back up and shoot a bunch more, and there you go. It's kind of hard to believe that does save time when you look at it. It looks weird, but like it definitely does save time, which is interesting.
Jeez! Come here! Intruder alert!
The showers. Now, if I can convince someone to park.
Got the lab clothes.
I don't have much time.
Hi there.
Hi.
Stop right there!
There's beautiful. He lured that scientist perfectly that spot. Beautiful. Now, of course, think about this. We saw his Perfect Agent 233. Could he combine that lure? Like, the Perfect Agent strategy is already insane. It requires, like, one sort of lure to get a guard to open the door. But, like, could he do this other lure as well on Perfect Agent? Like, is that out there at all, you know? Perhaps we'll see.
Over there.
Oh my god, insane.
Intruder alert! Take her down!
Yeah, insane open door. Grabs the key card. Bingo bango. 208.98 rounds up to 209. Wow, dude. He almost got a... I mean, a 209 is 4 seconds untied on the rankings, but it could be almost 5. He almost got a 5-second untied. So that's pretty stunning and shocking, I would say. Now, I have 2 more runs to show. He says his 211 was an awful run, only took a few tries after figuring out the trick. Wow, we'll revisit at some point, as the lure was a bit slow. Very interesting. Ace says he wants to revisit this stage. Okay, 2 more runs. These were set in June. The next one I'm going to show is from June. Then I'm going to go back to May to show one important run. There is an Untied sweep in June that I'm going to save for tomorrow. I was going to do, you know, roughly January to June and then July to December, but, you know, we're already about 2 hours deep. I'm going to show these 2 and wrap it up, and we'll pick things back up tomorrow. So sit tight, and, yeah, pretty epic stuff. Here's the penultimate run of the night is going to be from the date of June 26th, 2020. And, well, it is Rescue Perfect Agent 231. Let's see, does Ace combine both lures to make this an incredibly inconsistent level and yet somehow manage to clutch it out? I suppose we'll see.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
Like, when strategies like this are really inconsistent, it really rewards consistency, right? Because the more consistent you are at getting to that point in the level, the more chances you have at getting the strategy to work, you know? You know, you could say it's somewhat luck-based. Oh, yeah, that's very, I mean, yeah, we're basically overlooking that. Flicker mentioned that earlier. JD, it's very, very true. So, let's take a look here. Yes, he is going for it. He doesn't have a weapon. Disarms that guy. Passes away that guy. Okay. So now he's had he doesn't even know if that lure worked. He has a feeling that it was decent and it might have worked. He's shooting through a window this big from like a mile away. He runs into that door a little bit. That must have been for like a purpose of the guard remembering where Joanna was located. Now he's to pull off this trick. This trick is not easy by any means. The guard didn't quite do it ideally, right? It took about a second or 2 more than we've seen earlier tonight. He does destroy that stuff. Now, the guard opening the next door is quite luck-based. But he's there.
Now, if I can convince someone...
Oh, that's interesting, Wexy Lever. That's very interesting. That's a good point. So now Ace has what seems to be a run going. He doesn't know for sure because the guard might still... The scientist with the keycard might not be in the right spot still. He might not have been successfully lured. So Ace got the last uniform location. It happens. Now he's got to X-ray the alien and hope. Okay, so the scientist's not there. There he is. So that, I would say, wasted 4 seconds over an ideal lure like we saw in his 209. You know, probably 4, maybe more. 4 feels about right. 3, 4. Here we go. Insane punch. So again, remember his record 233 is a 3-second untied. Let's see what he's got. Boom. Rescue Perfect Agent 231. Wow. And yeah, in his comment, he says, Liosco is sort of like his, you know, kind of alter ego mascot type of thing. You know, it's like an Eminem and Slim Shady, you know, Ace and Liosco. Liasco wants it to go lower. So, hey, maybe one day. Yeah, it is his teddy bear, but he kind of uses it as, like, an alter ego. Like, yes, it is his... It's actually a teddy panda bear, which is uncommon. You don't really see teddy panda bears very often, at least not in North America, so who knows. But wants to go lower? Maybe one day it will. But as we'll find out tonight and tomorrow night, Ace's journey would come to at least a temporary end in Perfect Dark at some point coming up somewhat soon in the year. Now, here is the final... let's watch the Paper Mario version. This is the final run of the night. It's from May 22nd. We've seen so much insanity from Ace. At this point in time, Ace had 19 out of 20 world records on Agent. It's not something that had been done since like 2003 or 2002 or something, but he had a chance to go for 20 out of 20 on a single difficulty in Perfect Dark. 20 out of 20 Agent records. He had to go and be a turncoat on his friend Dr. Light. Dr. Light, as we know, had Untied Scatter Ruins Agent 104. Ace had to go and, you know, get 104. Of course, it's PerfectAce.
This is the Scatter Fanatics' most holy play.
And of course, he would do it.
This seems to be special pillars.
bombardment when I looked for you. They'll start as soon as we're clear.
I'd have got out in time if that one hadn't grabbed my foot.
Of course, Joanna, of course.
No, I would have.
I believe you.
There we go. PerfectAce loves his Paper Mario. And as we can see, he even references one of the crowd members saying, too much pause buffering. So, yeah, it is a known thing that people, someone in chat was kind of complaining about pause buffering, but it's true. It is a known thing. That's the way of the game these days, for better or worse. And, hey, he is happy about 20 out of 20. Other people are happy about 20 out of 20. A very amazing achievement. So congratulations, Ace. 20 out of 20. on Agent, had a keen attack. Unbelievable. It really, really is unbelievable. So much insanity from Ace. And hey, we still have a lot to get to. I think I just counted, it's like 17 more Untieds tomorrow that we have to get to. Not all Ace, but like about half of them still are. So yeah, that's where we are going to call it tonight. That was a pretty epic look at mostly the first half of 2020. And hey, it's part one of this year in review Perfect Dark SpeedLore bonus episode. Thanks to everyone for hanging out, watching, enjoying, chatting. We'll be back tomorrow to finish things off. So I hope you'll join me then, or in the next video. And yeah, I have a couple cool other runs to show. A bunch of Untied still. I made a cool compilation that you'll want to check out as well. You'll want to be here to see that for sure. And there we have it. So thanks for watching. Stay true. And have a good night.